till 2 a.m. Still got game in the tank. Turn the page, check the score. Then I slide to the rank. Opinionated MJ. Spit it clean, keep it real. Live on collecting all the hits. Connecting every deal. From the hardwood to the mic. I keep the rundown tight. One more run, one more take. For the one still up tonight. Say it loud, say it clear. Who got the stats right here? Short report, big heart. I bring the game near. All until 2 a.m. All until 2 a.m. Sports update, here we go. Let the whole room know.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Opinionated MJ. I had to make it personal behind me this time because this is going to be story time. This is going to be a story time episode. Something that a lot of people don't do. The episode is called Dear LeBron, but before I even jump into all that, let me just shout out to, or let me first say the reason I'm going to defer is because tomorrow I'm going on a different conversation and we're going to do our thing over there. So make sure y'all be tuned in for them. You know what I mean? If you ain't following them, just here you go right here. Like, go follow this right here. Go follow them right here on YouTube. Bam, boom. Get that done. Get that in. And make sure you following the crew, collecting and connecting as well. You know what I mean? Let me see. Can I get that in here too? Yeah, let me pull that in here too. Make sure y'all following the crew. It's a lot of them in Vegas right now. Shout out to Paulie. You know what I mean? Shout out to him. Make sure y'all following the main crew too. So a different conversation, collecting and connecting. And before I get into my story time, we love Top Shot around here. So let me make sure y'all get a little bit of taste of where I'm going with this right now. And let me remind you, I'm a Detroiter, so this story gonna go a little deep. It's gonna be a little personal. But LeBron got the whole thing going. You feel me? Yeah, he got it going. Out here cooking, old school dunk. Young LeBron. You feel me? And with that, let's just start story time. Dear LeBron, I was in high school, bro, when you was about to come in, and you was like the top guy, bro. You was the top dude. You was what everybody wanted your jersey. Everybody was watching you at in college, bro. And you know what I mean? Like, you had Detroit in the craze itself. So with that being thrown out there, you got drafted, went to Cleveland, homeboy. Feel me? You the homeboy, So why wouldn't we shout out the homeboy and, letting him go, or letting him be next door and he just go do his thing at home, try to bring one to the crib. Yeah, the Pistons, we succeeded after that. And we actually won a championship while you were in the league. So that kind of made it cool, and we just loved you from across the way. You feel me? But for me, things started to kind of trickle down just a little bit because we started getting years on us. You feel me? Then we lost Ben Wallace. And then Mr. LeBron James comes in and just does us all types of damn dirty, right? He comes in and he just destroys us. Scores how many straight points? What was it? 25, 29 en route to killing us? Like, did I like that? No, I didn't like that. But it happened. It is what it is. You feel me? So time goes on a little bit more. And then our team really starts to dismantle. Rip leaves. A little bit more time goes on. We trade Chauncey Billups for some reason. And we're just, at this point, we're just not the same team. Meanwhile, you are continuing to elevate. That's respect. That's what you're supposed to do. You continuing to elevate. Yeah, let's see some heat, LeBron. That was the crazy Brian for real. I seen a LeBron video the other day where he was just looking back. It was like, good Lord, if you had to jumper back then too while this was going on, like man. But he was like continuing to elevate his game, started to just take over the East, had the Celtics on notice, like and let me throw this out here too. I'm a Kobe guy. So you can see where this is kind of going. Had to or at least Paul Pierce at the time on notice before, because the way I feel is Kobe made them run away because Ray Allen went from the West, and KG went from the West because Kobe was doing them dirty. They couldn't do nothing with Kobe. You feel me? So that's why I believe the big three was formed. I don't think it was LeBron. I don't think it was LeBron at all. But you had to deal with the ramifications of it, correct? Yeah, you did. So, fast forward, you getting your wars with the Celtics. Everything happens the way that it happens. Things start to, kind of start getting at you. Mainly the ring conversation, because there's a certain age that they say you're supposed to start getting your rings and everything. They say it's a certain like amount of rings you're supposed to have, of course, to catch a Jordan. And if you don't do it, then you can't be the GOAT, right? So you chasing after Michael Jordan. I mean, everybody does. That's a small forward, a guard, or I should say a shooting guard. Let me be specific. Like that height range, the 6'5s, I want to say, to maybe even 6'4s a little bit, but not really. I would say 6'5 to 6'7, 6'8 range. Yeah. I mean, look at you. Look at that. Just the pull up. Is that the game winner? The one game winner against Orlando? Is that what this is? It looked like it. Yeah, it is. So yeah, and then that too. They put that against you. And all types of other stuff, bro. And for a while, that was your only game winner. I remember your game winner, or I forget if it was a go-ahead shot or a game winner against Washington. But you had some good stuff going on. That was your second stint in Cleveland, if I'm not mistaken. But come on, let's keep the story going on. So, you get beat up by Boston and you keep going on, right? And that leads you to become a free agent after taking off your jersey after y'all lost and making a statement with your body language. You know what I mean? And then you had the decision. So the decision came, y'all sitting down. You already got the color scheme of the shirt on, bro. You already had the color scheme of the shirt on. We knew it was somebody that was that color. We thought it would be the Heat, or some people wanted like New York and of course the big markets. You decided on the Heat. Take your talents to South Beach, right? Bet I actually wanted you to do it. I was behind you at that time. So let's keep going from at that time. So that led to the playoffs where you played one of my other favorites, Melo. My favorite actually over you from that rookie class. And y'all started flopping, bro. And from that moment when y'all started flopping, especially that one where you just like threw your back out, like you not the strongest dude on the court. Yeah, I turned on y'all. You and Wade, I turned on both of y'all. And that's when I wanted y'all to just lose. But y'all journeyed through the playoffs. Y'all journey look good. 2-0 against Dallas. Up, nope, no win. Was I happy? Yeah, I was. I didn't want y'all to win because of just how y'all was playing, but following that up, next year, y'all get the job done. Y'all looking crazy, like, because you was on a mission. It was like evil LeBron. It was fun to watch. It was theater. You know what I mean? It was like your story is like it's the hometown kid who had his, like, this is the origin of his villain story here in Cleveland. So he got to leave. Then he goes somewhere else in order to be stronger amongst super friends, but then turns into a villain, which is crazy. It's interesting though. Like, you've been a huge story in this NBA. Oh yeah, let me keep going through the Top Shot stuff. Make sure y'all tap in with Top Shot. Go follow Connecting and Collecting because the crew is in Vegas for those that tapped in late. You know, they're doing the thing with NBA Top Shot and the Summer League down there. So and it's like, was it this one that we just seen? Yeah, so going forward, a little bit, just a little bit more. Going forward, just a little bit more. Y'all won another championship, and this time it was against who? Kawhi Leonard, and the Spurs, of course. And you know, it was some moments where it looked like they could have did something. It looked like they could have did something, and they didn't because Kawhi missed a free throw, and it was somebody else who missed a free throw. I forget. Uh, so y'all like really closed it down and had Tim Duncan pissed off, and he like, you know what? We not losing no more. We'll be ready next year. Like the script was already wrote or something. So then, you know, Tim Duncan and the Spurs, they came back and they did what they said they was gonna do, you know, and that led you to like go quiet. Supposedly they say you didn't say nothing to Wade. And you know, you moved on. And where did you go? Back home. So, you know, it was Kyrie Irving over there, and people were thinking that he was trash or something. You know what I mean? They were just thinking that he wasn't really worth nothing because he wasn't doing anything to their mind, to their eyes, but he actually was. He had Anderson Varejao looking like a very prominent center before he got hurt. Like that Varejao injury took that Cleveland Cavs like momentum out. It took it all the way out. So you was able to go back to Cleveland without anybody really saying anything. You know what I mean? You didn't have to, you know, say, oh, or have people saying, oh, well, he's going to team up with this person, that person, this person. You know, they like, oh, he's the number one draft pick over there. And it's, you know what, nothing else. Like the roster is nothing outside of that. Anderson Varejao is coming back from an injury and whatnot. So yeah, I'm just about to go back home and I'm gonna win a championship for home. You know, no stress, no pressure. And you know, you was able to pull that off. And lo and behold, what happened? You ran into Steph Curry and the Warriors who were on the up and up. And people were calling them the baby Warriors. They were. And you know, in the midst of it, you had some additions added to the team. I'm sure you had to sign off on it. Or, you know, I'll give Dan Gilbert and them, you know, their due. But, you know, it came together for y'all. Poof, where you at again? You just came from Miami, bro, and you right back in the finals. And with another team. People can say it's the East and things like that. And, you know, that's fair. But at the same time, how do you go from doing what you was doing to going to a whole nother team and now you already back in position to win? So, you know, y'all lost that one because Kyrie went down and K Love went down because you got him to come from Minnesota. He was doing 30 and 20 on any given night. Kevin Love he was really a walking double-double. And you know, we had all of the stuff going on behind the scenes, you know, try to, you know, act like you want to fit in, not fit out, stuff like that. People criticizing for that, and calling you out about that, stuff like that. So, you know, I guess that's what you had to do as a leader, you know, because like I said, I'm a Kobe guy. And, you know, sometimes that's just what you got to do. You got to be the person that actually ruffles whoever's feathers in order to get the desired result. I'm not against that whatsoever. That is arguably leadership. It is. So let it be. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't like that. They don't like you for that. But guess what you did? You won that next year. Oh, wait, hold up. Not only did you win, you were down 3-1. Then we had the iconic picture with you with the shades on with the with the earplugs in your ears, looking unbothered, bro. So it's like, what can they say? They can't say nothing now. Cleveland, this is for you. You went home and won for the crib, bro. You won for the crib. So it's I mean, they can't hold that against you whatsoever. Can't hold it to you. And then, yeah, you had another couple runs like and that was against the Warriors with Kevin Durant. Or you probably would have what? You probably would be at 6 rings. You probably would. I mean, I there's a very likelihood of that happening because your game was continuing to expand. You were becoming better. You were getting your shot down. Uh, like when I think about Kyrie leaving, it's like your handles increased for a minute. Like you took it personal. It looked like you took it personal. Then you just took over. Period. And then you took a whole new roster. Didn't you have Derrick Rose and D Wade on your team, bro? And you still went to the finals? Like, come on, man. We got to pay some respect a little bit here. We have to. Like, we can't just bash you like they want to do right now. They want to. And I could say, I was somebody that was a Kobe fan. So your next move, you went to the Lakers. And it made me pull back from the Lakers a little bit, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. It made me pull back a little bit from the Lakers. It made me not be the Detroit Laker fan that I was. I was a Detroit Warrior fan too. Like I was delighting in those dubs. Like, yeah, get LeBron, get him, because he's the juggernaut. Juggernaut. I don't know if y'all know about that skit on YouTube, but yeah, you were the juggernaut, bro. And somebody had to keep trying to figure out ways to take you down. So you went to LA. You playing with the Kobe kids, a lot of them, the Jordan Clarksons and Julius Randles of the world, and then they get shipped out. Here, enter Anthony Davis. So boom, you got Anthony Davis, right? Then y'all had a tumultuous early year for that first year, but then the next year, the whole world shut down. Rudy Gobert, I hated you for this too. I did. To some extent, I still do because I feel like you started COVID. COVID might not have started if Rudy Gobert didn't breathe on everything in that room. And that's why Donovan Mitchell stopped passing to you. But okay, we had COVID. The NBA really shut the world down because the NBA shut the world down first by being the first to say, "Oh yeah, we're not doing anything," and it was like a domino effect after that. The whole world just stop. No, we're not doing this. Even airports and stuff like that. So it's a lot of stuff that was going on at that time. Thank God we're 6 years away from the beginning of it, and fast forward a little bit from there. We started to get back into the discussions of when the NBA season is going to start, what's going to happen, what are we going to do? Oh, we're going to go to Florida and we're going to do the bubble. That's what we're going to call it, where everybody is here. It's going to be like a college campus, basically, of basketball players. And, it's just going to be y'all. You can't bring your family or nothing like that. It's just ball. It's going to be a shortened period of time because we're going to play 10 games. And based upon those games, we're going to enter into the playoffs, basically. So, shout out to Devin Booker and those Suns because they was nice then. Going undefeated and still not making it. It didn't make sense. It was also based on what the records were from the season before it had stopped. So that happened. And y'all won. You know what I mean? Y'all won. Y'all did that crazy mess that I didn't really co-sign, but I guess y'all did it for Kobe, sure. Then after that, it was just L's. It's just been L's. So it's no point in even breaking down the rest of it, except that now you're a free agent. I mean, unless I touch on the Luka stuff, but there's no need to even touch on that because Luka went down this season. And then last season, Luka didn't play a full season with you. So you had to get adjusted. So I'll sprinkle that in there a little bit, for the people that watch this, rewatch this, a little story time, y'all. And now you're a free agent. Now people are saying that the media is trying to say that you are the one that said, "Oh yeah, I'm leaving LA." Oh no, and then the other media is saying, "Oh no, they didn't want LeBron." And then the other media is saying, "Oh, LeBron is trying to reach out to his media members and da, 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 da." I'm saying all that to say this: you still ain't signed. I have a Pistons team that needs a power forward. I would love for you to come and play for the Detroit Pistons. Detroit loves you. Just because I was somebody that went against you a lot of times don't mean that you can't succeed. I'm just one person, and I'm gonna get a Detroit Pistons LeBron jersey. So if you came to Detroit, I told Rob Perez and AD today that I wouldn't send a man a voice note. This ain't a voice note. This is a story, and it's to you, and it's also to let you know the perspective of where I'm coming from as somebody that's been your enemy a lot throughout your career. But now it's time for your enemies that you done made your friends. You need to do that for Detroit now. It's that time. Oh, Mike had to go through Detroit. I remember the commercials. I remember you and Kobe, the puppets, especially somebody who spoofed it, where Kobe is telling you to get out. It's time for you to get the hook out. That it was just so hilarious. Um, but you need to think about going to the Pistons or a team where there's room for you to actually be who you are. I know you're thinking about Philly, but that's a lot of going on. I don't know if you want to let your game go that much because that's Embiid's team. No matter who comes over there, that's Embiid's team. That's not even Jalen Brown's team. That's Embiid's team. If Embiid comes next season healthy, that's Embiid's team. If he's not healthy, then it might be Jalen Brown's team. It will not be your team. And we know what Tyrese Maxey can do too. Like, so, I mean, you do help with taking the ball out of Tyrese Maxey's hand if you did that. And who else they saying? Miami, I don't see how you and Giannis coexist because Giannis is like a hybrid point guard, power forward, a point power forward. Yes, if no one said it, I coined the term. Please get it around, let them know I said it. Like, and I don't know how that would work because if you need to get down low and get in the post and operate in the post, and Bam is out there, so what do? Turn Bam into Chris Bosh, and then Giannis is just on the other side. If you on this side of the block, Giannis is over there on the opposite side. Like, I don't understand how that works schematically on the floor. I don't. Not with them shipping out Tyler Hero. If they still had Tyler Hero, it could work. But I don't see how that works. So I know Miami's not in the gunning. I don't believe that. You could have your own team if you want it, and you could go fill Giannis's spot by going to Milwaukee. You could actually do that. You could, or you could go to the Warriors. I would like that. That would be something that they need. They don't have Jimmy Butler right now, Moses Moody, and they're just shorthanded. You know what I mean? But you and Steph on the floor at the same time with Draymond, like, yeah, that could work. Especially Draymond finding you off the ball, because I've always said, at least for the last 10 or 15 years, that you are unstoppable if you were off the ball. And you didn't start doing it until you got Luka. You should have did it more with Kyrie. You should have did it more. Well, you did it a lot with Wade. I mean, we got the iconic picture where he throw the ball up and spread his arms out. So, okay. But you could play off the ball. You can. And I'm just looking across the league. I'm looking. The Detroit Pistons, sir. Come to Detroit. Come to Detroit. We need you. Because look at our starting lineup. Look what that looks like. If we're gonna probably re-sign Doran. Just think about what type of pick and rolls you can get. We're signing all these shooters now, so think about what type of space you're gonna get. And we have Kay Cunningham, so you at one point in time were saying, I believe you were in Cleveland for your second stint. We need more playmakers. We need more playmakers. We need more. Okay, we got Kay Cunningham, bro. Then we got Isaiah Joe that just came in, and I don't know if we keep them, but we got Gary Harris and what's his name? I could see his face, Taurean Prince. We have some people over here, bro. And this is another team where it's not going to be like, oh, because if you went to Philly, I'm gonna say super team. If you go to Miami, I'm gonna say super team. LeBron got a super team throughout his career to have to win. like you want to be the GOAT, but you are on teams that have prominent players that are actually number one options that have made noise. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, people won't say that about Kyrie. You know, they'll say that he needed you, but you had to play with Wade, and then you sought out Kyrie. You seen where he was going with his career, and then you brought in AD. I mean, he didn't win, but he was that guy on his team. He just had some unfortunate stuff with DeMarcus Cousins getting hurt and not being able to retain Drew Holiday and Rajon Rondo. Little things here and there. You know, it could have been better, but yeah, it's either that or maybe Phoenix. I could see you in Phoenix actually with Devin Booker because he needs to get off the ball. I can see that. But again, come to the Detroit Pistons. That's really what this story time is about. This story time is about you coming to the Detroit Pistons, bro. And I'm going to stop this now. I'm going to stop this screen. I want you to come to the Pistons, bro. All of my hating times that I done had against you, I'll put them away. I'll sign them off. They'll be gone forever. If you come to the Detroit Pistons, I could get a Pistons jersey. Yeah, we could do that. But y'all seen this, y'all seen all the Top Shot stuff. Make sure y'all follow Collecting and Connecting. I don't know if y'all seen the screens. I'm gonna run it one more time. We in Vegas. I was supposed to be down there with them because they doing a live show this weekend. So make sure y'all tune in. This is the page you need to be following. We all here, whole family. We all here. And then this episode, I didn't want to go into all the NBA stuff. I wanted to save it because tomorrow I'm going to be on a different conversation. So you want to hear all of what's going on in the NBA? Tune in tomorrow and let me put them up too, so you can know where I'll be. And make sure you come support. And yeah, it's with the fellas. It's going to be with, I know it's going to be with Thomas, but yeah. So make sure y'all come over. Make sure y'all subscribe. Y'all already know my page. I would hope. I hope y'all know my page is Ballin till 2 a.m. And yeah, like make sure y'all tune in because I really want to talk about everything, like the whole Jaylen Brown situation, everything, you know. So make sure y'all come over there. Y'all do that. I don't know if y'all watching from my page, but let me just drop that for y'all for those that don't know real quick. And yeah, just tune in. And this is my page. I've been kind of slacking. It's new, you know. I got other things that I do too, you know, where I'm a little more sought or I have more exposure, but this ain't about that. This is just about getting the basketball out of me instead of being so directed. Like I could talk about whatever. And yeah, come support the squad. Yeah. And I'll holler at y'all. Tomorrow is gonna be tomorrow 8:30. And get this around to LeBron fans. Y'all can send it to LeBron too. Twitter heads, Instagram heads. Do this. It's called Dear LeBron.
Ballin' till 2 a.m. Still got game in the tank. Turn the page, check the score. Then I slide to the rank. Opinionated MJ. Spit it clean, keep it real. Live on collecting all the hits. Connecting every deal. From the hardwood to the mic. I keep the rundown tight. One more run, one more take. For the one still up tonight. Say it loud, say it clear. Who got the stats right here? Show report, big heart. I bring the game near. All until 2 a.m. All until 2 a.m. Sports update.